There's a myth that if an explosion goes off nearby, jumping underwater could actually save your life. The idea sounds unbelievable, but water may reduce the force of a shockwave before it reaches you, so the Mythbusters decided to test it for real. To begin, they used 2 rupture disc sensors, one placed inside a tank filled with water and another placed beside it in open air. Then, they detonated a powerful firecracker nearby. The result was immediate. The sensor in the air ripped apart, while the one underwater survived almost untouched. But a small explosion wasn't enough to prove the myth, so they moved to a lake and built a massive test setup with pressure sensors placed both underwater and above the surface at different distances. Their first explosive was a 50-pound gasoline bomb. When it detonated, the closest sensor above the surface was completely destroyed, but most underwater sensors survived with little damage. Next came ANFO, the same type of explosive used in mining and large demolitions. This blast was far more violent. The shockwave shattered nearly every sensor, both underwater and above the surface. At that point, it looked like the myth was completely busted. But then they tested nitroglycerin, one of the most unstable explosives ever made. The explosion ripped through the surface, destroying almost every sensor nearby. Yet something surprising happened. At around 50 feet away, the underwater sensors were still intact, while the surface sensors were obliterated. So yes, water can sometimes shield you from an explosion's shockwave, but only if you're far enough away, deep enough underwater, and the explosion isn't too powerful.